So I recently made a video where I wore a One Punch Man costume to an obstacle course training gym to see if I could do parkour in it. The main thing that I was trying to test out was the functionality of a cape and whether a normal person like me can do crazy acrobatics without a cape getting in the way like One Punch Man can. My rigorous scientific testing found that no, I couldn't. The cape constantly flipped over my head or kind of leant to one side, and it was annoying as hell. Since posting the video though, I've got a bunch of interesting, thought-provoking, also some moronic comments. I've got enough stuff that I think I need to make another video and talk about it. A lot of people suggested that I either get a heavier cape or weigh down the cape that I've already got. Yes, good idea. I thought about that too. It would stop the cape from flipping over my head all the time, but in doing that, it would create two different problems. The first problem would of course be drag. Now even with this lightweight cape, there was a noticeable drag when I was running. When it really caught wind behind me, I could feel it kind of pulling me back a little bit. Not enough to like strangle me and flip me over, but enough to kind of change the way I normally run. Also, when it kind of flipped down to one side of me, it really threw off my balance. Some of the moves I was doing in the video involved me clearing an obstacle by, you know, only an inch or so. And now I've practiced them a whole bunch of times not wearing this costume, so I've learned to put my hands in very specific positions. Then suddenly I'm wearing a cape and I have this whole thing of material leaning me to one side. It really threw my balance off. I had to change the way I was doing stuff. If this thing was weighed down or even a bit heavier, it would have really thrown me off. Yeah, it would be interesting to do an experiment though. Obviously there is some kind of sweet spot of weight and balance. One day maybe I'll do another video where I find that out. The second problem you'd have if you weighed it down is that it wouldn't flow as nicely as comic capes are meant to. When you look at Batman and Spawn and all of that, their capes just have this huge billowing flow to them. If the cape was weighed down, it just wouldn't look as cool as they do. I know that's not really important, but I mean it is. In the video I talked about the superhero landing, you know, that cool kind of pose that superheroes do, and I was confused as why their capes never go over their head when they do it. A couple of people in the comments suggested I was landing with my head too far down, like the stance that I was doing it on purpose to make the cape go on my head to skew the results or something. The reason I was landing like that is because I'm a normal human and I'm not super powered. If you look at the way these superheroes land, they land in a way that isn't really possible for a normal person to do without exploding their kneecaps. You gotta remember this video is about testing how a cape affects a normal person moving around. And a normal person would be landing in ways where they want to preserve their joints, like their ankles, knees, and neck. So yes, obviously I'm gonna have to land in a different way than One Punch Man or Thor or Superman does. I thought that was obvious. Apparently I have to point out that I don't have superpowered legs. Some people are suggesting maybe if the cape was attached to the costume on the back, it would be less likely to flip over. That's an interesting idea too. Again, maybe I'll do another video one day where I just experiment with capes and the perfect position and weight for a cape. Now, I have not read the One Punch Man webcomic and manga as extensively as I've watched this show. If they talk about the cape at all in the manga or the webcomic or whatever, something that I've missed, please let me know in the comments. Maybe they do mention why it flows the way it does. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button. One punch that like button, I should say. Get it? You probably do. It wasn't that complicated.